2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Knot Championship is about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke, so great to be here with you and Rich. Looking forward to following this group down on the course today, because this player has developed a rivalry with none other than Tiger Woods. They certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow.
Well, Henny, quite a challenge that this player has set for themselves. We've seen them beat many of their rivals this season, but there are not many people that can go up against the great Tiger Woods and succeed. History's told us that.
Oh, well, they certainly do not lack in confidence. This is going to be a very entertaining group to follow indeed.
I'm jumping around in my seat, and I can also see Rich Beem doing exactly the same. He managed this feat back in 2002 when he won the PGA at Hazeltine over the great Tiger Woods.
Oh, please, Luke, don't mention that. Once we get Rich on his high horse, there's no getting him down again. Although he has shown that it can be done. Tiger Woods can be beaten. However, it is such a tall order. I know that this player has beaten all of these incredible roster of players in all these rivalries so far, but come on, this is Tiger Woods. Can it really be done today?
Well, that's the question we're going to get answered, aren't we? Very few people have ever laid claim to beating Tiger head-to-head. Good luck in your rivalry. You're going to need it. Atta boy, good shot.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
This one headed left and not coming back.
Not the result they were after there.
The wind took that one offline in a hurry.
This would be a great up and down.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? A par putt awaits.
I like the look of this. Starting the round at even par.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He finds himself in a share of 15th position. And this is a lovely time to the broadcast to head down to our man on the ground, John McCarthy, who's been striding the fairways all week. What are we in for at Huckleberry Country Club?
Well, Luke, we are in the forest this week. We've got a nice inland course here at Huckleberry Country Club. That being said, there is room if you should miss the fairways. The forest doesn't really creep in like it does on some of the other courses on tour. The fairways tend to pinch in at the landing area quite a bit. Almost always a bunker combined with this pinching in of the fairway. So off the tee, got to be careful. Look out for the fifth hole, par 3 at almost 250 yards from the back tees. It's a monster. Things get more dramatic as you start the back 9 here. You have a big lake that starts to come into play on holes 11 and 12. Lots of different things to worry about on this course. But I think the players out there are going to have some fun with it this week. Let's see what happens.
Yes, they've made it. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard.
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
What kind of rhythm is that? It must be tough falling out of bed every day with a rhythm like that.
Time for the second shot into the third.
getting ready to play their third. Oh, I thought that one was going in. This putt is about 8 feet.
Looking for another birdie here.
That's half a chance of being holed, this one.
Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Currently 2 under for the day.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
This hole is a par 4. That should find the fairway. And taking aim from around 100 yards here. 1 stroke off the lead. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Oh, so close.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
That takes great skill. Lovely shot out of the sand. And after that effort, that's how it looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Let's see what happens here at the 5th. Go with a 3-wood here. It's heading to the bunker for sure. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
This putt for par here.
And this next putt, it's for bogey. Just 1 off the lead after that hole. Here we are at the 6th hole. That's a touch of the Freddie Couples rhythm right there. Sitting at -1 in a share of 8th position. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. I'm not sure that's what they had in their mind. That's further right than they wanted.
Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Let's return to live play now. Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
That was a gallant attempt. Time for the 5th shot.
Just one shot back now.
It was on a good line. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. That's well holed. Sitting at 1 over for the event.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Here at the Huckleberry Country Club, the 7th hole is a good par 4, measuring just under 450 yards.
Luke, with water down the right-hand side, most players are going to be taking a driver out and bailing down the left-hand side. Maybe something less to avoid that fairway bunker down there. Still a fairly generous fairway. From there, second shot plays downhill, about a half a club. Generous sized green, bunkers kind of dotting all sides of it, but not overly difficult. I think you see a fair amount of birdies here.
Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Oh, that one just missed the hole. Okay, let's get back to the action. Setting up here with a very long putt.
He's got this to move into a tie with Tiger.
Okay, steady now. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Just didn't drop.
Putting for a bogey. You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. We have a par 3 on this one. Going with the 6-iron here. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. Left yourself an opportunity.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Ooh, right by the hole. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
And this one is for bogey.
And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Second shot here on the 9th hole. Interesting choice of the driver here. Lining up from the sand now. Oh, almost went in.
Yes, fantastic stuff. Got to say, well done. Birdie guaranteed. Thank you.
That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
Oh, what a hole out. I'd love to say I'm surprised, but I'm not. This is just what they do.
So, as we head into the back 9, Rich, what are your thoughts on this player?
Yeah, they're behind their rival right now through 9 holes, but there's lots of time, lots of opportunities on this back 9 to make up. It'll be interesting to see how it all ends up.
Wonderfully played. Look out world was his statement when he came out on the Pro Tour, and we look back in the greatness in sports right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background, and I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods that then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I can tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Trailing by 4 strokes. Now teeing off on the 12th hole. Opting for the 6 iron. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse.
Here's Tiger Woods.
Oh, my. How about that for a par?
Oh, this one out of a smelly spot on the golf course, but no bother for this player.
A birdie putt awaits.
All right, this to get ahead of Tiger Woods. What a sentence, what a one-up that would be, and what a rivalry this is.
Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that now, back to level par. And after a birdie at the last, they'll take the honour on the hole. Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, fair amount of elevation here. They're going to have to be careful that they club up, because you do not want to be short.
This one looks to be a tad wayward. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently 4 shots off the pace. those went down. And he needs this to save par. Oh, just missed. And this one will be for bogey. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. And after a bogey at the last, they're looking for a big drive on this hole. That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one. Opting for the 3-wood. That's it. It's okay. Getting ready to play their third. 5 strokes behind our leader. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Now heading over to Tiger Woods.
Birdied their last hole.
No green in reg, but a chance to save their par. Wow, from a dodgy lie, Rich. How special was that? Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. Teeing off here at the 15th hole.
Pretty good shot there.
Why don't we catch up with what Tiger Woods is up to?
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
Just a fantastic shot. Guaranteed birdie hitting it that close.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him in the 3rd round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with them, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
Nice out the rough here.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Hey, that's a chance.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
And with it, he moves to 1 under par. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Oh, you know you want to.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? It's just about 3 feet away.
Why don't we catch up with our man in the hot seat, Tiger Woods?
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Shame it didn't drop. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Teeing off here at the lucky last, the 18. Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood.
Wow, what a shot.
Great shot. And this putt is for a final score of 70. Oh, so close. And this putt coming up for his par. And that will conclude his tournament to date.
Well, Henny, just when we thought we'd seen it all, this player wasn't able to come away with the tournament victory, but they beat the legendary, the GOAT, Tiger Woods. What?
Luke, mark this down as a historic day in this player's career, but really ever. They challenged Tiger Woods and beat him. How many people can say that?
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the first stop of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today's coverage of the FedEx St. Jude Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey Luke and Rich, I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to following along with these two. This is a rivalry that could be one for the ages. Can't wait to see what sort of excitement they generate.
Oh, look at this soar through the air.
The approach into the first at TPC Southwind, Rich, played uphill to a challenging green.
Back up the hill ever so slightly. When the pin is on the back portion of the green, it's hard to get it close, but anywhere on the front part of the green, you can get it close and make birdie.
Yeah, they really kept the speed up nicely through that bad light.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
That was a gallant attempt. A 7-footer right here.
This is important. Big par putt here.
That gets the job done.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
He finds himself tied for 6th. The second at TPC Southwind presents the first real birdie chance. Just a short par 4 playing 401 yards. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens. Wow, did this come out beautifully?
Oh, well, that was an absolute beauty, particularly out of that lie. Let's get back to it, shall we? And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Looking great now.
That's disappointing. Just 3 feet to the cup. Yeah, that's disappointing. I was expecting you to hold that. Currently at +1 for the tournament. The third hole at TPC Southwind's a strong par 5 measuring over 550 yards from the back tees. A bit of water comes into play here on the second shot, so be mindful of where you leave your approach. Going with the hybrid. Now that's heading further left than they wanted, I think.
He's found the surface. Good chance here.
Ooh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle. Looking really good, this one.
That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers.
He's currently tied for second.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The fourth hole here at TPC Southwind is the first par 3 on the course, and it measures just under 200 yards. Just avoid the penalty area to the left.
L is for left. I don't know if they meant to do that.
That's not the outcome they were after.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
And that's a poor lie. Will he be able to get out of here?
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe?
Terrific shot. Who could have thought you'd hole it?
From the sand, are they able to get up and down?
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. And here we are with the third shot.
Just one stroke back and right in it.
Very crafty, that shot.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
And unfortunately dropping back to even with the card. The fifth at TPC Southwind is a long par 4 measuring 485 yards. It requires a good strong drive to avoid the bunker on the left and then an accurate approach into this green. That's a good looking shot there. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Absolutely flushed.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Ooh. And back to the play, shall we? And this putt to move them into a tie for second. Nice putt to make that one. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Well, that's a lovely way to make a move into the top 5. Currently 1 under for the day.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The strategy at the 6th here at TPC Southwind on this par 4, measuring just under 450 yards from the tips, is to position your drive from the tee to give a clear shot into this green. That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the second cut. This is not sitting nicely.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Well, this should be unpredictable. Getting ready to play their third.
Currently a shot off the lead.
Didn't that look good for a long time? 11 feet left to the hole.
This is what they have left for par.
Like the look of this one. Well hold. Currently has a share of second place. The seventh at TPC Southwind is a strong par 4 measuring 482 yards from the back tee. A big clump of trees on the left and the one on the right is to be avoided off the tee. Also a good angle to attack this green is from the left half of this fairway with a huge greenside tree that also affects any poor approaches. Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for second. And choosing the 8-iron here.
Club up. I like this play.
Why don't we catch up with the V-man, Harold Varner III.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Well, that's a beautiful bunker shot there. And back to the course with the live action. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
That'll sting a bit. An opportunity to make their par. Yeah, we'll take that. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The 8th hole at TPC Southwind is a really nice short par 3 measuring just 164 yards. This green has been recently contoured, so accuracy or distance control off the tee is paramount. Lovely effort that. Well, this will be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Okay, steady now.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. The finishing hole on the front 9 here at TPC Southwind plays downhill towards a dogleg right. There's a big body of water, the short front left of this green, so make sure you've got enough club to reach the surface. They have put some hurt on that ball. Send it. And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Just 2 shots behind.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
This should play.
Well, he means business. Coming out, hitting shots like that against HV3. I think Harold's just as surprised as I am.
That's frustrating. Big putt for par coming up. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 10th at TPC Southwind is a par 4 that plays just over 450 yards from the back tee. A lot of players take less than driver here to position their ball for the best approach to an uphill green that has a number of tiers on it. Accuracy on both shots are required. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about about 155. I don't know if they meant to do that.
And that was a bit of a misfire. And here we are with the third shot. Just a couple back from our leader. Good opportunity here to move into a tie for third. It was on a good line. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
Ooh, right by the hole.
And finishing this hole with a little tap in.
He's sharing 13th place. The par 3 11th at TPC Southwind measures just 162 yards. The looks can be deceiving here. While it looks pretty, it can bite you. Make sure you've got enough club here on approach. We need this one to bounce right. That's just inside the range. Trying to get to even par with this putt. Oh, well played. And he dances his way to the top 10 after that delightful shot.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Here's Harold Varner III. Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
The par 4 12th is only a short one, measuring 406 yards from the tips. But you need to be very accurate off the tee. Avoid that huge water hazard to the right, and that'll give you the best angle into this green. Any drive that's pushed left will make it a difficult approach, and be wary. There's water over the back of this green, which you can't see. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough.
Yeah, this is lovely.
That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And that will take him to 1 under. He finds himself at a share of 4th. The 13th at TPC Southwind is a strong par 4 that plays uphill and a slight dogleg to the right. It requires a big drive up the right half and then a very accurate approach. There's a heavily bunkered green there, so make sure you hit your approach in the right distance. Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yeah, he's about 155 from this whole location. Launched that one into space. Wow.
Going with the 8-iron here. Oh, that's a great shot. And sets up a birdie look here at the 13th.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
3 over for the day.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Oh, that's clutch. What a way to save your par.
Wow, what can you say? Holing it out from the fairway. Every player loves that feeling. What a shot indeed.
The 14th at TPC Southwind is one of their signature holes. The par 3 that plays downhill considerably long, around 240 yards, is hit over a big body of water to the right. Fortune favours the brave here. If you need a birdie, go flag hunting. Otherwise, lay up to around 20 feet left.
Oh, right by the hole.
Wow, what a shot.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, what a ripper from long range. That'll help make a big move. This putt will move them to 3 under par. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 3 under. He's currently in a share of top spot.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Accuracy is required at the par 4 15th, just 395 yards off the tee. Players like to lay back to give them the right number into this green. And there's a little creek that meanders through the centre of the fairway here and up to the right side of the green. So make sure your approach is accurate. This one might just sneak off the fairway. This lie's not great. Is that what they had in mind?
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
That was clinical. Beautifully played.
Oh, went from the outhouse to the penthouse with that chip in.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. The 16th at TPC Southwind is the last genuine birdie hole on the course. It's a par 5 measuring just 530 yards, but there's a lot required on the tee shot that's played uphill to a ridge. If you can get it up over the rise, a good chance for reaching the green here in 2 to set up a birdie and even perhaps eagle. But be wary of this green. There's a big bunker short left, and if you find it, it's not an easy up and down. Maybe even a par can be hard. Going with a 3-wood here. Smart shot, always back into the fairway as a safe play. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
Little birdie look in here.
Go on, get in the hole.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Here's HV3.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Oh, you couldn't paint a better picture. Gorgeous. Well, to become the champion at TPC Southwind, you need to hit some big shots down the stretch, and there's none tougher than this approach into 17.
The green sits just below the player, flanked by bunkers both right and left. The green is long and narrow and does generally move from right to left. All in all, one of the most difficult approaches on this golf course.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here. This is... Oh, yeah.
And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. And that will move him to 6 under par. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Well, the finishing hole at TPC Southwind is an absolute beauty. There's been some heroic moments like hole-out eagles, and there's been triple bogeys that have cost championships. Your job is to get the ball safely into the fairway here. If you're not a long driver, don't take on the corner. But if you can, it'll leave you just a short iron in, a chance to seal the victory with a birdie. Opting for the 9-iron.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. It's all come down to this, a putt for the title. That is hunting for the hole. Oh, just missed. Hopefully they won't. And that's going to do it. Holds the putt for victory. Well played.
Luke, the victories, winning never gets old, but this is getting out of hand, isn't it? Another victory on the season.
That's stepping up at the right time, Rich. Getting a victory in the FedEx Cup playoffs.
Massive step to earning the massive bonus at season's end. Unbelievable job.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.